Hello, this is Steve Hessler of the Jesuit Virtual Learning Academy. This is a tutorial on engagement. It is part of the Learning Skills Pilot Initiative. This tutorial will share with you some low-cost, high-benefit engagement strategies. The goals of this tutorial are first to cultivate a habit of interacting with unit-level learning plans. And the second goal is to build into our courses routine student engagement with learning goals. The first step is to assign the learning goals quiz in every unit or module of every AP course. It's also a good idea to set a specific due date. Here's an example in one course on AP Microeconomics. If we scroll down, we can see in the first unit, Step 1, set goals and estimate effort. Here's the learning goals for Unit 1 quiz. Notice the due date, September 10th, 2015. Step 2 is to know how to duplicate and reproduce the quiz in subsequent units. The first quiz has been embedded in your course already. To add to your subsequent units or modules, simply duplicate it and move it to the new unit. For example, in the AP Micro course, you would go to the first Learning Goals quiz, select Edit, duplicate, and then drag the new quiz. You can rename it, of course, in Edit Settings, but you can drag it to where you'd like it to be. The next step is to survey student responses and the results. Once students complete the quiz, check the results. The first estimate effort question is worth 4 points and is auto-graded. The next 3 essay questions are for you to skim or scan, with skimming referring to reading to get the gist of responses, to look for common themes and patterns, and scanning is reading for detail or looking for specific phrases or words. Here's an example of how to survey student responses. Click on the quiz. Look at the attempts. If you scroll down, you can see that students who have taken the first question have received credit for the quiz, and that we can easily see their written responses to the essay questions by going over to Quiz Administration, scrolling down to Responses, and then to scroll down to Skim and Scan. So, for example, the first student put a response of an 8 on a 1 to 10 estimate of the effort required to get an A in this unit. So it's high up there. The next student thought not so demanding. The next 2 students believe that it's going to take maximum effort on their part. But the responses to the written essay quiz questions. The first one, identify a learning goal that is intriguing or challenging to you, cut and paste or paraphrase it. The third essay question, what obstacles might stand in their way? And the last one, what strategies might help them in this unit? And it's possible to skim and scan and to see what surfaces in their responses. For example, this student, I think it will be hard for me to keep up my commitment to the course. Dedicating an hour of homework every day will be difficult for me. Okay, I appreciate this student's candid response, but let's see what she says for the strategy of solution. I will need an assignment guide and calendar to keep track of when my assignments are due. There's a great opportunity to commend her for already being inclined to organization in the class. You can see that the quiz generates a tremendous amount of information, actionable information. So the last step is how to respond. One way is to react to common themes in a message to the entire class via the news forum embedded in every course. Another way would be to respond to special cases via individual messaging in the participants list of the course. A third would be to use the free service called Clipit, which is an audio message that you could embed in the unit, letting learners know that you know their concerns. And another way is to integrate your response to the themes in synchronous meetings, email messages, or some other form of communication. So for example, in my course, here's the news forum. I can simply click that on and add a new topic and address common student concerns in this particular unit. The other way is to hit the navigation button and the participants list, which pulls up a list of students. We can alphabetize the list by clicking surname, and we can go to an individual student or students and send a message. Yet another way of responding is to send the class or provide the class with a link to a sound file. This is the audio web-based service named Clipit. So if you click this on, Hi AP Microeconomics Scholars, just a heads up, I finished your Learning Goals quizzes and I saw that there is much apprehension about comparative statics. Not to worry, when we cover that in our synchronous meeting. Nice short way, maybe 10 to 15, 20 seconds of a message saying, hey, I looked over your responses to the Learning Goals quiz and I want to reassure you that when we get to that material that you were nervous about, all will be made clear. In conclusion, this has been an engagement strategies tutorial. As a JVLA advanced placement teacher, you have a very promising tool that will help you connect with your learners. It is also evident that by utilizing the Learning Goals quiz tool regularly, your students will generate a gold mine of actionable information right at the outset of each unit. This goes to context and reflection of the Ignatian pedagogical paradigm. Eventually, the habit of interacting with your learning plan or the instructional destination will build confidence in your learners as they make more effective use of the online learning experiences you offer them.